So, welcome, Kristine, to TN Tarot. For everyone, Kristine Zedek is an award-winning MC and a voicing artist. She is a professionally trained theater and film actress. We've seen her in countless TV commercials, music videos, and long format films. She is a mentor, she is a communication specialist, she is a lifestyle influencer, and more than anything else, she is my dear, dear, dear friend. And one major reason why she is such a dear friend is because she is a happy soul. She's a happy soul. And I you guys are going to be leaving a happy soul after the show gets over, because that's what Kristine is all about.
Thank you so much. My gosh, I'm blushing. Like my t-shirt is looking less pink than my cheek. So thanks to you. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Oh my gosh. And yes, we both are happy souls. I can see that, and that's why we connect. So thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. I love your concept. I've never heard of something like this. So the minute you told me, I'd like to invite you, and it's a tea and tarot. Wow. This is so unique. Well, thank you for doing this at a time where, there are a lot of people who are interested in, what you do and, to meet different guests. So it's very exciting. So thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure. And so once again, on that note, where's your cup of tea?
Cheers.
Oh, cheers to tea. Tell us, what tea are you having?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm having some chamomile tea. It's very soothing, relaxing, and it's just like, and I put a little bit of ginger in it because ginger is something for me. It's a very therapeutic. It helps with your immunity and so many things, right? So ginger is always in most of my drinks. So sometimes I do a lot of infused water. So when I do infused water, I put cucumber and a little bit of ginger and some tulsi.
Oh, nice.
I do a lot of infusion and I do a lot of stuff. So my morning drinks usually have ginger in it. And I said if I'm having my chamomile chai, I can put a bit of ginger. So it just gives it a little zing. So yeah, it's a healthy, soothing, perfect tea time for weather.
True.
Yeah.
But enjoy your tea. And so tell us something about you, Kristine. Who is Kristine? Where is she from? How did you get into acting? There's so much I want to know.
Okay, so who is Kristine? Kristine is, she's someone who is continuously on, like, I keep discovering this girl called Kristine because
Yes.
I was 10 years ago, what I was 15 years ago, what I was maybe 6 months ago. I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, something has changed, something has evolved, right? So Kristine is this ever-growing, ever-evolving soul. Quirky, fun, crazy, emotional, sensitive, love nature, is to just be a free soul, basically. Loves to smile. I love seeing happy people. I love to see happy stories. I love happy endings. So everything that is all about soul connect, I think. So this evolving soul who's in this body for this lifetime, whose name is Kristine Zedek, is someone who is is traveling right now in time and has come a long way and can't wait to live every single day because it's so exciting, right? I mean, even the good days, the bad days, everything is so exciting because even the bad days, I sometimes look and I say, wow, that's more important because it's what to make me what I am. So yes, Kristine is this ever-evolving soul, and I grew up in Dubai. I was born in India, but I grew up in Dubai. So that's where my I'm a little distracted because I saw a squirrel going. So I am such a nature lover, and I'm like, oh my god, squirrel! Sorry about that. So I grew up in Dubai, and it was a very simple, simple world where everyone was so warm and loving to each other, and it was a very beautiful, really sweet world that I grew up in. And of course, when you watch movies, it's like a dream, right? You watch cinema. It's like, wow. And
Yeah.
I found getting lost in the art of cinema. And of course, naturally, we all tend to imitate, and we all do that, and we all think it's just a phase where we like to imitate stuff. But I found myself getting like drawn into it, and how I never thought I want to be an actor. I never
Okay.
thought this is be it. So I've lived the normal life. I've lived in the corporate world. I've
Mhm.
worked in I don't know how many jobs. I've like experienced all of it. And somewhere there was a there was a calling, right? Like I did my college in Mumbai, and I went back, and somewhat there was a calling that I just like, go back to Bombay, go back. That time it was Bombay, go back to Bombay, go back to Bombay. And I was like, why am I so restless in Dubai? Dubai is home. That's where I grew up. This is where my
Yeah.
family is. And something was pulling me to come back here and say, take a risk. So I
Yeah.
obviously couldn't tell my family or even a single friend that this is what I wanted to do, because first of all, the city was looked at as a big bad city. Like it's scary for a girl, especially to be alone. And and then over and above that, if I had to tell them, I think I want to try my hand at acting or whatever it was
Yeah.
I wanted to do, they would freak out because we don't hear the best things
Yes.
about this industry. So I somehow I took a chance. I took a huge risk to get out of my comfort zone
Mm.
without telling a soul. I did
Uh-huh.
tell them I was in Mumbai, but I didn't tell them why.
Why?
And I came here for a holiday. I said I was going for a holiday, but I never went back. And that's what I did, because I had to take the risk. And I said, if I do, and I asked myself this question, Kristine, if not now, then when? Right? I
Mhm.
don't want to be 8 years old, look back and think and regret and wish and kick myself and say,
Yeah.
why didn't you try? What, you had nothing to lose. So I just told myself, I don't want to be 80, which I'm
Yes.
sure I'm going to be. I don't want to be 80 looking back and living in regret and saying, what
True.
if? I didn't want to live a
Absolutely.
life of regret at all. So I
Yeah.
decided to take the plunge. I came to the city not knowing anyone, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to start.
Yeah.
But I started from scratch. Literally, I started from scratch, and then I started asking. I got myself a job. I got myself a
Mhm.
place to stay. I mean, I first stayed with a friend for a little bit, and then one thing led to
Yeah.
another. Now I still wasn't sure that I wanted to be an actor. I just knew I was a very expressive person. Bachpan
Yeah.
se nautanki, full on. I loved performing. I loved dancing. I loved the craziness of it all. And I was just like bindas, right? So I said,
Yeah.
I wanted, every time I would see something on screen, I'd say, hey, even I can do that. I can do that. I know I can do that.
Yeah.
So that's it. I came here, asked a million people, what's the procedure? What's the process? They said, you have
Mhm.
to first get a portfolio. Then you have to get in touch with casting directors. I said, casting directors? Really? Like, I didn't know what the scene was. And
Yeah.
then auditions. And so those were the days where we would have to get our pictures clicked, make normal, like regular phone calls from sometimes the PCO, color coordinator, and then get to know about an audition and travel all over Mumbai for auditions from famous
Yeah.
studios, town, Bandra, all over. And we would
Yeah.
just travel through rain or shine. It didn't matter, but
Correct.
really, really like go
Yeah.
there. So it was super fun. It was a great experience. And then I got my first job, and I was like, my first, project. And because everyone is so beautiful. I
Yeah.
look at everybody, and everyone is so beautiful. Sometimes you wonder, will I get an opportunity? Do I fit in? Because she's so beautiful.
Mm.
She's so good looking. She's so tall. She's so this. She's
Yeah.
so that. And then somewhere you have to believe in yourself, right?
Absolutely.
So I just gave it a shot. And when I started getting work, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I'm getting to act. I'm getting to be a part of
True.
this world of cinema. So from ads, I started with ads, music videos. I got to do a lot of acting work.
Mhm.
And then I started singing, and then I started lending my voice for voicing. So a whole bunch
Which
of
is your
stuff.
first
And I love
commercial?
it.
Which is the
So
first
yeah,
commercial you started in?
Oh my gosh. My first commercial, it's a funny story. It was it was a story where I was asked to play a mom, okay? And that time I didn't know, right? Like nowadays we have do this and don't do that. Otherwise people will stereotype you.
Correct.
But they told me, go walk on the beach with this little girl. And I said, okay. They took me to, what's this place, yeah? I
Malve,
forgot the beach.
Madai,
No, the
Alibag.
beach place with Alibag. They took me to
Yeah.
Alibag. And then I was working with this little girl, okay? And, we shot for it and everything. They used to just walk. When the ad came out, guess what? They only showed my hand and the little girl, not even my face. And guess what? I was so excited. I
Yeah.
said, everybody, that's my hand. That's my hand. Even that was exciting for me. My hand appeared. Yes,
Yeah.
then as Hina is reminding me, I had done, an ad with SRK, Shah Rukh Khan. So
Uh-huh.
that was a big deal for me. I was like a little girl, excited. I was like, oh my gosh, Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
And I did something for the Tamil region for
Mhm.
Hindustan. So those were my initial ads. So even
Yeah.
getting work with Shah Rukh Khan, I was still relatively new. And I
Wasn't
got
it the
chosen
Hyundai
over,
commercial? Wasn't it the Hyundai
I'm
commercial
sorry,
with
no,
Shahrukh?
no,
No?
compact.
Ah, compact. Correct, correct. I thought yes.
Yeah, so it was when I got that ad, I was still fairly new, and I was chosen over 1,000 girls. Like
Yeah.
because this audition happened, like it went through two different what do you call it? Two different
Okay.
agencies. So casting directors. So there was a bunch of 500 odd girls who went through it. I
Yeah.
went for that first round. Nobody got chosen. They changed it. I went for the second round, and again over 5,000. I mean, sorry, 500, 600. So when
Yeah.
they chose me, they chose. Yeah, when they had chosen me, I was like, I can't believe
Nice.
it was a great experience.
Yes, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Yeah, it comes no matter what.
Yeah, so it's all started from little things. And somebody once told me, they said, Kristine, why do you want to do this? And I said, why not? And they said, but there's such beautiful girls from Brazil and, all these gorgeous models from all over the
Mhm.
world. And I said, I'm not here to focus on how gorgeous they are. Like, I mean, even though I thought they were,
Of course.
I said, I'm
Yes.
here for me. I'm here to do what I can do, what I can contribute, what I can offer. So I said, horse blinders, I'm here for me. So that's
Yes. I think that's the perfect time to wear your horse blinders, yeah, because then you stay focused on what you are and what you want to do. I mean, yes, people are there. They're also here to try and make their career, but you have to be having your focus right then and there. That's something I'm going to keep with me, forever. So tell me here, what is your success mantra?
my success mantra, I would say, is be a forever learner, right?
Uh-huh.
You can't ever think you know it all, ever.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I must have had all these years of experience, and yet I would still go to every project raw. I would still
Yeah.
go there thinking I'm new. I would still go there thinking I need to listen to my director and I need to learn without thinking, oh, I have done so much work, and
Yeah.
at no point can I be ahead, like think I'm better than anything, or not even my
Yeah.
previous project. I'm not even better than my previous project. So
Yeah.
I always say, be a forever learner, be grounded, and just surrender to the craft. I mean, we do our bit, but
Yeah.
surrender to the people who know what they're doing. So from our directors to our makeup artists to our stylists, we're in this together.
Yeah.
I can't claim anything for Christine's performances individually because everyone has contributed to make her look
Yes.
and act and be a certain way.
True.
So I would say that's the way I look at life. One is the
Yeah.
blinders and one is being a forever learner, acting like I
Nice.
come from ground zero every single time.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
it.
And I
Absolutely
actually
love
I
it.
actually have a mantra, but it's got nothing to do with this. But I created my own mantra that says, "Why follow rainbows when you are your own rainbow?"
Absolutely.
And
True.
another one, I usually, when I have my shows, like I used to give a lot of daily motivation to on my on my
Uh-huh.
channel. So I used to always end it with smile, sparkle, shine, let your light shine because we all deserve to be happy always. So
Yes.
these are two words that I
Mhm.
keep saying over and over again.
Yes. Beyond Rainbow, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes. So, well, we've got to know a lot about you from you. How about we hear what the tarot has to tell about you? Yeah?
Oh my God, the exciting part has come.
Cool. Just ask, be free, like how we're just chatting, let tarot be your friend. Be in no doubt, and that's when you get the most honest and clean answers from the tarot. So feel free, as many questions as you like.
Hello, Taro. It's lovely to meet you today. So we're already
Likewise.
friends now. So lots of loving, good energies to the tarot. Okay, so I would like to ask. So like you already know, I'm an actor, voicing artist, mentor, MC. Now I've transitioned to be a trainer as well, right? So I've
Okay.
come up with I'm a founder of something called Mission Communication,
All right.
and it is all about communication. I've created
Super.
a course online, which
Okay.
I will be talking about in some
Yes.
time. But it is something I'm so excited because it's literally like creating a baby from scratch. It's been months already, so it's all about communication, right? And
Mhm.
I want to share this knowledge with the world, like
Mm.
globally, with everyone. So
Yeah.
I'd like to ask my friend the tarot about
Okay.
mission communication and how I don't know how to put this, but um, just give me a reading on mission communication and how it'll help because it's all about helping people with their
Okay.
communication skills.
Uh, okay. So basically, how is mission communication going to help people? It's basically, so I think there's a lovely story of people over here. So people who are kind of lost in their life and don't know, where they're headed. I think it is going to be a perfect platform for them to sit on the throne and be the master of their journey, and they have no looking back, and they're sitting on the horse and all charged up and ready to conquer the world. So I think it's really, really going to work in a great way for everyone out there.
That's so exciting. I'm so happy because you set out to do something to help so many people, and yet sometimes you wonder, how will they take it, and
Yeah,
am I on the right path? Because the intention is pure, and yet
true.
you wonder. But this is such a lovely
Yeah,
reading. So thank you. So can
you're
I ask
welcome.
another one?
Go for it.
So, okay, Kristine the actor.
Yeah.
Kristine the actor, and what does Tara have to say about that?
Okay. For you, Christine, the actor, the last 1 year, I think has been nothing. Uh, you know, uh, Awesome in terms of wow, 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 wow. Yes, there has been some work
From
here and there.
lockdown.
Yes. So that's what it is. And maybe you have gotten a few things, but they've not worked out the way you wanted them to work out. But starting now, there is, you are kind of there to take on new projects because the Page of Sword comes as your third card. And it brings news for you, and because the page then becomes a knight, becomes a queen or a king, so it's at that level now where your journey kick starts again for another time, because it's whatever the lull period has happened due to lockdown is now about to take charge and move on in a certain direction. So I think the web really works for you more right now, I feel, versus TV and other things, but everything to do with the internet is something that you must look forward to because that's where all your communication is going to happen.
Yeah,
Talking about communication, so I think web is your best friend when it comes to even your acting at the moment. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, that's fair enough. And how about just a general overall reading for Kristine Zedek?
So the year for you, the rest of the year is basically, this card is about second chances in life and life offerings to what you want, So then you see the people below have the arms wide open and the angel is there blessing them, So count your blessings, they're there with you, make the most of what it is. Yes, there seems to be a little struggle because nothing comes easy in life, especially when, you are, if it's you mentioned your mission communication is a new workshop that you're launching for everyone. So, it is going to be a little bit of struggle to get there. But then again, you have the chariot card. So the chariot card is about facing challenges. And the best part about the chariot is that you are the one who is riding the chariot. So, you want to make a left turn, go for it. You want to jump 5 mountains and cross over. It's all in, you are in charge. So I think you have a fabulous year, whatever's remaining of it. And there's nothing to really worry about because you are fully in charge of what you want to do. You seem very clear, and you have your path set. So just follow and be there, and you'll be rocking as always.
I love it. Thank you. So
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Taro.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Darshan. This is really like it's nice to know, of course. So I
Yes.
mean, and I believe that whatever our situation is, it's up to us totally to, just mold it the way we want to do, and we
Correct.
have to do our best no matter what, right? So
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
You
So
have any more
yeah.
questions?
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. So while we were waiting, then many people who have asked questions, and even I have a set of questions that I'd like to know. Your something to do with your acting, some stuff on the workshops that you have coming up. So why communication? Why communication as a niche? And what's your target audience?
Right. So communication, because I've realized with time, with so many years of the more we see, everything is communication, right? Like everything from the time,
Yeah.
even breath is communication. Our first word is
Mm.
communication. Nature's communicating with us. Like communication is beyond what we think it is. A lot of people think it's just public speaking. They think it's only
Yeah.
speaking English. They think it's, just presenting yourself in a certain way on stage. But it's
Correct.
beyond all of that. So I
Yeah.
think it's a holistic approach. And that's why
Mhm.
I'm educating people about communication as a holistic medium, which
Okay.
we all are a part of it, right? Whether we realize it or not. And why communication as a niche also is because it's something that is not taught in schools.
True.
Like people don't teach us these so many things. They don't teach us. And when we're out there in the real world, we find ourselves having heartaches, heartbreaks,
Yes.
a lot of pain and suffering
Disappointment.
because of the lack of effective communication,
Yeah.
right? So that's why I feel I realize communication is something I need to educate people on, because I have been
Mhm.
through all the
Mhm.
heartache and all of
Yeah.
that. And I said, if I can start communicating, so my target audience for something like this would be, as much as I would like to say, if you're in school, for like the 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, I would like to say that. Uh, but if they can come on board, why not?
Yeah.
Because it's great to start early, what they don't teach in school. But otherwise, I would say um, anyone out there, like 25, like in your 20s onwards, I would say
Mhm.
up to the age of, um, actually, there shouldn't be any age limit, but the people who are at least open-minded are, I would say, up
True.
to 40. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people have a closed mind at times, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
and it would be for anyone who is willing to learn and have an open mind to say, I want to make my life better. I want to
Yeah.
communicate better. I want to make my
True.
relationships better. I want to make an impact on in this life. And
Mhm.
it's all about open. So that's my niche. That's
Yeah.
why my niche, that's my audience that I'm looking at. So anyone out there who feels they want to improve their life, especially in
Yeah.
the field of communication, then this is the course for you. And it's called
Nice.
Mission Communication, because it's
All
my
right.
mission to people with their communication.
Ah, nice. So, Kristine Zedek's mission
Yeah.
communication. Tell us a little more. Yeah, throw some more light on it. I mean, if you want to give me an example also as to what one thing that you cover, so then it's interesting for us to kind of it draws everyone who's here also. It'd be great.
All right. So, what I would like to emphasize at least a little bit about the course is, for whoever's going to be taking it, this is what you're going to be getting. it's an education, or it's all about awareness.
Okay.
Awareness. The minute you have an open mind and you're aware, that changes the whole game of your life, right? You
Yeah.
being aware of everything. You suddenly realize, oh my gosh, this, oh my gosh, I have to. And there's a section that I even look deeply into, which is all on, the human connect and etiquettes
Mhm.
as well.
Okay.
So etiquette is something that's not taught to us. Like we just know basic
Yeah.
thank you, please, sorry. But a
Correct.
lot of people don't even know that. I realize every time I've come here, like I would tell people thank you, and they'd say, why are you so formal with us? I'm like, it's
Yeah.
not formality, it's
Yeah.
gratitude. So there's,
Correct.
people see thank, even something as simple as thank you, as like, oh, it's such a, if you like, if you do it for, if you do it with love, like you don't need to say thank you, like, but you need
Yeah.
to appreciate people. So
Correct.
etiquettes, I feel, are something that are not taught to everyone. Very few
Yeah.
people are exposed to etiquettes. And at the same time, I would say the human connect, because human connect is something we all are missing, because we all are going towards technology sometimes. We all are at the table with our phones. We all are not having honest conversations. We all are busy trying to get quick fixes in life and trying to
Yeah.
just, so it's all about the human connect. I feel that we need to get
Yeah.
back to just talking to each other, spending time, getting to know what we are all. So what you're doing right now is all about the human connect.
Yeah.
So this is what we need more of. Yeah.
Wow. It's really exciting, and I'm sure it's going to do wonders. What's your workshop like? Like, how long is it? Do you,
Oh,
how many
well,
sessions
it's a,
will it
it's
be?
a recording training which I'll be uploading online. So it's like it's
Okay.
divided into 3 days. Each day
Mm-hmm.
has specific category that I dive deep into. It's the foundation, and
Okay.
yet it's so deep, and it's got hours of content, right? So
All
even
right.
though I talk about divide into 3 days, it might take you a week or maybe more to even watch it, because there's so much of
Okay.
content. And it's just and I give people a lot of stuff to do. Like I say, okay, go back home and do this, or I
Okay.
mean, you all, whoever's watching is already watching it from home, but I give them
Yeah.
homework to do, so that they find something to work on at the same time. And and then I give a lot of tips, a lot of secrets. This is what
Mm-hmm.
you need to do, you need to say, this is how you do it, this is how you approach a situation. And I'm hoping at the end of the 3 days, people will be at least at least 60%, transformed
That's
as a
amazing.
person.
Sounds
Yeah.
fabulous.
So I'm excited
Yes, so
about.
am I. So now tell me, people are always say कि ये तो actor है, ये तो actress है, बड़ी easy job होती है इनकी, मतलब they get the vanity van, they sit in the vanity van, makeup वाली आएगी, बाल बाल बनाएंगी, कपड़े पहनेंगी, designer, set पे जाके अपनी बत्ती से दिखा दो, इतना simple सा तो job है. You know? So what is your take on that?
you know, um, what people see is just the glamorous part of it. They see
Yeah,
the end product without knowing what goes on behind it, right? Behind the
yeah.
scenes. And that behind the scenes is a lot of effort. And for
Mm-hmm.
an actor, like if somebody's an engineer, or somebody's focused in one profession, they just have to go there and they're focusing on that, that skill of theirs, right? Whereas
Yeah,
an actor has to be mentally upgrading themselves, emotionally, having to take care of their emotional health, then having to take care of their personal space, keeping a balance, then physically, having to continuously be at it. So it's
yeah,
not a joke. And what an actor goes through is like you're continuously playing different characters. So that character requires a lot out of you. I mean, some of us can switch off and switch on, but
yeah.
it still requires a lot of you. So I remember somebody once telling me, he said, you know what, an acting job is the toughest job in the world. And I said, you're not
Mhm.
even from this. What makes you
Yeah,
say that? And he said, because you're always under scrutiny, right?
absolutely.
This is the one job that hits you below the belt. People are judging you. Like no matter what good work you've done, one wrong move and they're ready to pounce on you. They're ready to
Absolutely.
criticize you, give you harsh feedback, right? So
Yeah.
being an actor requires a lot of resilience, a lot of self-motivation, and
Yeah.
telling you that even though there's millions of other people coming around you, just telling yourself that yes, I can still do this. I still am
Yeah.
passionate about it. I
True.
still love what I do. And
Yeah.
so it requires a totally different approach and mindset. So it's not
Yeah.
as easy as you think it is of dancing
Correct.
around trees, smiling and going, ah. It's way beyond all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, all the glamour and the hair makeup and all that is a reward at the end of the day because you have fought your way to back that role among so many people who audition. And, actors go through the most amount of rejection because you may be going for 10 auditions a day. Doesn't mean you bagged all 10. And that happens not once. That goes on for months and months or maybe years together,
And I have
you
to
know.
say here, like, we face the most amount of rejection. Like,
Hmm.
when you get a job in a corporate world, you get the job and you're
Yeah.
there, right? You
Correct.
go there every day, you know you have your job. We
Yes.
face rejection so much, like no
Absolutely.
other. So for us to
Yes.
bounce back
True.
over and over and
Over and
over
over.
again, the
Yeah.
next one
Correct.
takes a lot. So
Yes.
hats off to
Absolutely.
every person out there.
Correct.
Even Hina, my friend, is an actor and she's in Delhi, and
Okay. Hi.
so yeah, so she relates to all of this as well. So yeah, it's
Absolutely.
it's something that requires a lot. So thank you for that
Yeah.
question, though. And I
Yes.
hope this brings light to people who are the way they view actors and people who are aspiring to be actors
Correct.
as well.
Yeah. Super. So the big lockdown, we've all faced so much in the lockdown. A lot of us have figured who we are, how to just be with ourselves, uh, and tolerate people in the house, between four walls. We've just had to sit with people all around. So there's been a journey for all of us. And so what have you learned, in over the lockdown?
I would say, it would be to embrace change. That is one thing I've learned, that at the end of the day, we first of all, when nature takes over, we are nothing,
True?
because mankind, human being thought we were always powerful, but when
Yeah.
nature decides to, you know, put us in place, we
True?
realize we all are equal, we all are the same,
True.
and we can't be bigger than nature. So
Yeah.
the lockdown did teach, a lot. One is self-reliance. One is adaptability.
Mhm.
How does one adapt to situations? How I can be self-reliant, when everything else is shut.
Yeah.
Accepting of situation,
Mhm.
and valuing relationships, of course. Like I said, just embracing change. So, in
Yeah.
fact, I look at nature and say, thank God she's getting a break from us, because we have
True.
done so much of damage. It's not even funny.
Absolutely.
So, I started practicing conscious living,
Hmm.
and yeah, I just felt that conscious living is the best way forward. So, right from
Yeah.
being about your thoughts to the food you eat, what you put in,
Yeah.
what you say, how you are with each other, how you treat each other. I just said I need to practice conscious living, and that was a
Yeah.
huge shift for me.
Nice. Yeah. And talking about nature, we've done so much damage to it. I remember as kids when we were growing up, we actually had peacocks coming in the building. I mean, if you tell people in Bombay peacocks, you'll be like, you're talking about your past life maybe, because
Wow!
in this year, in today's day and age, I don't think you'd have one. And peacocks have come back because, yeah. Well, because it's been so nice, there's been lesser pollution that's been happening and stuff. So the other day we had a peacock coming into the building. It was just like reminiscing our old days, like wow. Yeah.
Nature is coming
True.
back.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yes, and last question: what advice do you have for us?
Oh wow. Okay. Advice. Okay. I would always say, live and let live.
Hmm.
I believe that we all come from a different experience.
Yeah.
So why don't we just mind our own business and do what
True.
we have to do? We're
Yeah.
here on our own journey, right? So why do we have to enforce our thoughts on each other? Like, if you have a right to feel and believe what you want to believe, because of all the things that have made you who you are. I have a right to
Yeah.
thinking what I want to think because of everything that has shaped me the way I am. So
Yeah.
just live and let live. Let's respect each other's differences, and the world will be
Absolutely.
a better place. It's so simple, and yet nobody
Yeah.
wants to follow it. Everybody wants to say, "No, I'm right. No, you're wrong. No, and let's blame this and let's blame. Take responsibility for all your actions. We are
Yeah.
where we are for actions and the decisions we have made, right? Let's take
Yes.
responsibility. Let's look into ourselves. Let's figure ourselves out and stop looking at everyone else because
True.
it's getting us nowhere. And of course, I
Absolutely.
always believe in having gratitude 24/7.
Yes.
Gratitude, no matter what. Like, I don't wait for the morning or the night. I'm
Yeah.
literally living in gratitude from every moment. I come back home, I'm like, thank you for getting me back home. I step out, I'm like, thank you for this moment. You know, I'm eating and I'm
Yeah.
like, thank you for this amazing khana that I'm eating.
Correct.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this phone call. Thank you for this person who
Yeah.
cared about me. You know, so it's just feels so good. So gratitude, I think you should be 24/7 gratitude. And I also feel we should go beyond ourselves. Like,
Mm.
sometimes we only think about, okay, me and my family and our life, but what
Yeah.
can we do beyond this circle, right? How can we impact other lives? Because we're
Yeah.
here, we all are here for a purpose. So what's that purpose? How can
Mm.
we impact other people? Whether, and for you, it, you know, even if you're doing a tarot reading and you can help someone, that's going beyond, right? You're
Yeah.
making a difference in someone's life, or you're guiding
Correct.
them. Or with me, I'm doing it with my course because I want to reach millions of people through the
Yeah.
online platform. So everybody has something in them. Everyone is gifted. It gifted
Mm.
doesn't have, you know, doesn't mean you have to be the best speaker in
Correct.
the world. It doesn't mean to be an actor. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
you have to have the best network. No, gifted
Correct.
means you can just listen to someone. That's your gift. You can
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, just be there as a friend. That's a gift.
Mm.
So there's so
Absolutely.
many ways to be. So we all are gifted. Just find
Yeah.
your gift and let's go beyond. We can impact to more than one person. And I think
Yes.
the world will be a better place. That's
That
it.
is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
These are things I live by. And yes, spread the
Yeah.
love. I can see Fayaz. Hey, Fayaz. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
So on that note of spreading love, let's spread love and have our audience ask questions to the tarot. And yes,
Wow.
there's already a few that have come in, so let me check
I
them.
saw someone continuously, I think it was Keshav, who kept saying, ask about Christine's marriage, ask about Christine's marriage. But I'm like, no, that's too personal. Let's not do it here. Hi, dude. Hi, Partvi. Oh my gosh, there's so many lovely people I see here.
Krishna is
There's
also here. Krishna is saying, Darshan Baba, you are blurring. Thanks, Krishna. Now we're back in
Farah,
full network.
Farah also. Hi, Farah. Hi, Fayaz. You know, hi, Jude. Hi, Hina. Hi, everyone. Who else is there? Somebody wanted me to say hi. I didn't get his name. Om something. Can you see? Can you check the chat for me?
He's saying, I am your gift. I'm just scrolling through.
Om Dugda. Okay. Hi, Om. Hello.
Spread the love. Agree, agree. Guys, I have
Shiva.
we have Hina's question. Should we just take her
Okay.
question?
Sure, sure. And Naina Singh. Hi, Naina Singh. I'm just saying hello to everyone randomly.
Yes.
Okay,
Go
go
for
ahead.
it.
Question. What's the question?
No, no,
I'd like to know about. Oh, okay, that's for you. Sorry, go ahead.
no, please, really, please.
Okay, so her question to you, Darshan, to the tarot is I'd like to know about my financial independence and which
So, Hina, if you can tell me what are your choices that you have in terms of direction, what do you want to focus on, so then the tarot can give you better guidance. If acting is something that you want to pursue, we can pull the cards on acting. And if you want to change, if you want to go behind the scenes and you want to start directing, so if you could just give me, your choices, then we can. It'll help me answer better for you. But in the meanwhile, we can address your financial independence for sure. So,
so
okay, Hina, we have. You seem to be a person who is always wanting to be very, very independent and somebody who wants to, you know, be, in charge of things. You don't want to take money from your family or anything like that. You want to make your own mark and you want to tell the world who you are. And then you, I think, are also, but at the same time, you seem to be a very closed person. You're not somebody who is as outgoing and out there, So I think you need to be a little more uh, open in terms of showing off your talents and who you actually are. Only then I think the freedom needs to be there a little. This card is about being a miser. So I think how you are being a miser when it comes to your talents versus anything else. So just go show off more. Yeah, if you can sing, you can dance, you can do mimicry. Please tell the world all five things that you can do, or all 20 things that you can do. Don't hide away, don't do anything, because also this card is about, it's a very strong card when it comes for any kind of communication performances for an artist. Because you see all these cups over there, these are the avatars. This is your projection. So this is your projection. You want to be uh, as the girl next door today. You can totally be that. If you want to be the Diane in serial for tomorrow, you can probably take that avatar as well. So, pick and choose, fine. But, more than that, I think the direct message I get from this is to go show off and not be hiding away your talents. And that's when financial independence happens for you.
Wow, that was a very interesting because I know Hina, right? So what you're saying is so valuable actually. I think that's great, great. That's a great insight for.
Super. So let me anyway address something. Let's see what the tarot picks for you, Pathvi, on studies. Well, I think whatever you are doing currently is going to show, it's going to really prove beneficial for you later on. It's going to get you to what you're wanting to do in life for sure. But right now, it's a very niche, it's at a very initial stage, I believe, So in case you are changing your career or having to apply somewhere, justice will prevail. A very strong card. Justice always comes with a card of, I associate it with being a a lawyer. So if at all you are
Oh,
in any of that field, maybe I don't know. That's why I was asking for some direction, so then we get a perfect message for you more than anything else. But since you are a little generic about your question, this card also says that yes, whatever you've chosen will justice will prevail. So don't overthink. And your end card is the world card. So you'll achieve everything that you want.
so and she even asked, "Will I be good at studying?" And my two bits, without looking at any tarot, would be, if you focus and if you enjoy what you do, you'll be good at anything. So
Absolutely. Yes.
so, we can't expect something to do some jadoo tone and say you will be overnight good at studies. So I would
Correct.
always say follow your heart. So whatever
Yes.
you're choosing to do, whether it
Yes.
is, if you at that point where you're getting, getting a chance to choose what you want, don't do because of peer pressure. Choose
Yeah.
what makes your heart happy, what's inclined towards,
Absolutely.
so that you
Yes.
enjoy your studies, and that's when
Yeah.
you will excel in whatever you want to do. So
Correct.
if you're not choosing, if you're still in school and I don't know your age, but if you're still
Yeah.
in school, and just enjoy the process. It's a fun,
Correct.
it's just fun to learn. Look at it as something you're learning. So yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Absolutely. So we have Hina who's written. She is so sweet of you to acknowledge and say that reading resonates with you. It makes me truly happy.
uh, so
We miss.
Fayaz, you
Yeah.
can ask something, and this is such a sweet compliment. Who says this? Creative. He says, smiling Christine को देख दुखी इंसान भी खुशी हो जाए. Oh my God. Thank you for that compliment. So sweet.
See, I told you, you all are going to be leaving a happy soul after this episode.
here to be happy now. There's no
We love it.
point
Yes.
crying over
Uh,
something.
I can't find Fayaz's question yet. So what was his
No, he
question?
hasn't asked us yet. He just said, "Can I ask?" and he hasn't asked. But
Of course you can.
PK wants to ask. So people out there, you're asking, "Can I ask?" Yes, you can ask, but be specific about your question.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know how much more time we have. Accordingly,
Yeah. I have something more to ask you, so we can maybe jump to that question. And in the meanwhile, if there's anyone who's left a question, we'll address them for sure.
sure.
Guys, feel free to ask, what is your June going to look like? What is your next quarter going to look like? Maybe if you are in love with somebody, you can maybe give me their initials or their name and see how the relationship is going to turn out. I do not answer questions about, if you guys are pregnant, will it be a boy or a girl? That's against the rule of tarot. Because, I will tell you the baby is going to be healthy.
That's a
Yeah,
lovely answer. Yes, the baby's going to be healthy. Yeah.
yeah. So anything, yeah, if you have two choices, you have to make a choice in life whether you want to move out or you should stick around in your parents' home or wherever you are at the moment. You want to move countries, I can give you guidance on that as well. So there's a few, pointers here for you guys to think about. Before we end the show, I would love to ask Christine one more thing. Uh, what's new, Christine, in life? What's coming up? Do we see Christine on, uh, you know, as an actor soon? Tell us more about your, the mission communication. When do we look forward to
Okay, so yay! Okay, so I'll start with mission communication because
that?
that the that's what I'm right now putting my heart and soul into. So
Yeah,
mission communication, my online course on communication, which is a very holistic approach on the way I'm training people. I'm going to be mentoring and training,
yeah.
the entire that I shall be launching this month in June. I
Okay.
don't have a fixed date as of now because of the lockdown, the cyclone. This happened, that happened, and it kind of delayed the whole process. My editor got COVID, and then the
Oh,
cyclone
sorry to
disrupted,
hear.
so things went a little haywire.
Mhm.
But it doesn't matter. What matters is we are going to launch this month, and we're on track that way. So I will be releasing the date soon, and I will share it with you so
Super.
you can share it with your audience.
Absolutely.
And I would love to do something special for your audience, Darshan, because it, they've been so sweet and so lovely. So maybe I'll come up with something that is especially for your group of people.
Done.
So I'll tell them to stay tuned, and I will keep
Yeah.
them posted. Right? So
Yeah, we'll do a shout out.
that's yeah, mission communication getting launched in June. And apart from that, yeah, and on the acting front, yes, I have great news to share, and I'm super excited about it. I just shot for a web series. It's going to be released on Netflix, and it's coming out
Woo-hoo!
in yeah,
That
and
is
it's got
amazing.
a really good star cast as well.
Uh-huh.
So I'm super duper looking forward to it. It's my first web series, that too on Netflix, Roy Kapoor Productions. So I can't reveal the name. I can't reveal
Mhm.
more than that. But yes, everybody watch out when
Yes.
the following you will know. I will be putting it out there. So yes, like you said, the second half, like your reading said, the second half is
Hmm.
going to be is going to be something to look forward to, and this is it. That's
Yeah.
my second half.
And I'm telling you, it is all about the internet. It's the internet that's working for you now, So just be
Yeah.
super active on social media. Make sure it's a Netflix show. So then again, you're on a web platform already. So
There you
all the very
go.
best.
So that's
Well, on that note, thank you so much, Christine, for being a part of TN Tarot this evening. We wish you all the very best for all the endeavors and mission communication and your new show that is coming on Netflix. And I will see you soon.
yes, and in person, not like this. I want
Yes.
to see the sunset from your
This
window.
time, this time I will not cook dosa for you on set. You come home and I'll actually cook proper food. We'll have like a proper
Oh my
dinner.
gosh. Oh my gosh, Darshan. Everybody, Darshan, like I said, he's such a talented guy. He does so many things. He's an amazing cook, and he's even started doing food styling as part of, one of the many things he does. So we reconnected when I went to shoot for an ad recently.
Yeah.
And I bumped into Darshan. I said, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm cooking the next, I'm doing the food stuff here." And I'm like, "What?" I said, "Feed me, feed me." So he made me a dosa, and I was like, thank you. And thank you, Darshan. Thank you for Tea and Tarot, for inviting me on Tea and Tarot. Uh, I didn't, I was so excited, to be here, and it's really fun. I love this concept. So thank you for having me as your
My
guest.
pleasure. My
And
pleasure.
I'm glad that you helped me, share so much, so that so many people can get to know about, the
Yeah.
work that I've done, and I'm, also planning on doing further. So thank you for this.
Coming up next week on TN Tarot is the young, dashing Indian television actor Mr. Gaurav Sharma. His current show Kyun Uthi Dil Chhod Aaye is a prime time show on Sony Television. You can check out his Instagram account gaurav.m.sharma and we will chat with you next week. See you.